Hey everyone, the numbers are in for Hidden Dunes in Panama City Beach for the third quarter of 2024. I'm Craig Duran over at the Duran Group at Berkshire Hathaway Home Services. In this video, I'll go through what I saw in the third quarter and also talk about the trajectory of the market, where things may be headed. I see two distinct possibilities for the market moving forward. So I'll talk kind of a glimpse into the future of what I see for pricing. Also, I want to reintroduce something a lot of you have seen and utilized before. Um, I'm just launching today or tomorrow the software system that is the best system I've seen in 21 years of selling real estate for owners of real estate to keep up with the actual value of their property. A lot of the software that's out there is designed to be a good tool for real estate professionals, but to sort of keep the information at arm's length to the people who want it. This is the best system I've seen for you to have accurate information about what's going on in Hidden Dunes or any place else you'd like to track. So what this system is, it will, anytime a unit comes up for sale, changes price, goes pending, meaning that gets a contract, or closes, sells. This is the most important aspect. You'll get an email showing you the information. It's very accurate information. I especially like the accuracy of the sales price information for obvious reasons. You'll get an email when this information comes through. I can set the system up so that you get an email anytime one of those things happens. Some people like to track it that frequently. At the moment in the market is not very active, so you wouldn't get a lot of email right now. Some people would rather just glance at this once a week or once a month, even just to see it, give me my update, and I can go from there. It looks really, really good. You wouldn't have this panel over here. This is an agent panel, but you would have something that looks like this. It looks really great on the phone. It's easy to use. You're in the waiting room at the doctor's office or something. It's a easy, quick way to check on some things. These banners across the top make it clear what's happening with a particular property. So if we had this set up just for Hidden Dunes, only Hidden Dunes information would be showing here. You'll see price adjustments, whether it's up or down, give you the dollar amount and the percentage. It'll show you if something is new to the market. It will show you if something is back on the market. And then I believe if it's sold, it'll be a red banner and it'll have the sold date and the sold price. I don't remember the pending banner off the top of my head. Very accurate, very clean, very easy to use. If you'd like to be signed up for this again or for the first time, give me a call, or text is better right now, 850-290-0417. Just text Hidden Dunes and I'll set you up. And something I need to mention this more, but this email is only going out to people who have asked to be in this system. I'm not sending it to every owner at Hidden Dunes. I don't want to blast people with information, even though I think it's helpful. If they haven't asked for it, I don't want to do that. So if you feel like there's some other owners that would want to see this video, please share that with them. If you think there's some other owners that would benefit from that e-alert system, please share that with them also. I don't charge for that system. I don't, it's not much. There's no maintenance on my end. It's just a one-time setup thing. I'm overwhelmed with email as it is. I'm not a big email spammer, so there's no obligation to work with me. There's no signing anything. It's just a service I like to provide because the information is accurate and can help people. So let me know, let other people know if that's something you think will be helpful. The Gulf front market, if we start looking at just condos, let me edit this to the entire Gulf front market. Remember, 5 or 6 months of inventory represents a neutral, balanced market in real estate. Remember, the lower the number, the hotter the market. The higher the number, the slower the market. Buyer market, seller market. Seller's market, lower number. Buyer market, higher number. In March of 2023, the overall Gulf front market, condominium market, was at 1.43 months of inventory, which means we would be selling out of the entire Gulf front market in 1.43 months. That was the pace of things. extremely hot, extremely strong seller's market. That's why you saw so much appreciation happening so quickly. April of this year, we had moved up to 5.75. We are now hovering around 12.85 months of inventory. In the third quarter this year, we actually showed some signs of improvement after spiking to a pretty high number. We're still, though, slower than we've been. If you look how slow the market's gotten since April, just how steep that slowdown has been. We're at 12.85 months of inventory. Again, theoretically, that means it's going to take us 1 year to sell out of everything that's for sale right now, if nothing else comes up for sale. Slow. So, and we'll talk about what this means for pricing in a minute. Inside of Hidden Dunes, when you run a search for the third quarter, there are 0 sales that happened in the third quarter of this year. There is nothing currently pending or under contract. Not terribly surprising with as few units as there are in Hidden Dunes. 1 unit was for sale and came off the market. They couldn't get it sold. And currently, there are 5 units for sale, priced from $985 up to $1195. So back to pricing and pricing trends of where I see things happening. If you look at the average sales price for condominium in PCB, we've moved down from $583 to $477. If you look at the median sale price, we've moved down from $573 to $449. So we're already seeing depreciation in the market. I think the good news about the market being so slow as far as the number of sales is that this market, if this is the market trying to work like gears, maybe I should do it sideways. If the gears are trying to turn, but they can't quite get turned, they're stuck. That means that whatever depreciation we are experiencing, it just isn't happening very fast, which could be a good thing right now for anybody who's thinking about selling in the short term, because if we still see some more depreciation as sales pick up, that could be more pronounced. So scenario number 1 of where I think pricing can go. The cost of ownership and the cost of owning a condominium is higher than it was a year or 2 ago. Insurance rates are up. Utilities rates are up slightly. HOA fees are up. There have been assessments from the Structural Integrity Reserve Study stuff. The costs of borrowing are higher for buyers if you're thinking about it from a buyer's perspective. And rental revenues have been down, especially when you compare them to the COVID years for sure, but even have drifted down even somewhat again this year, a little bit. That's very general. So if we have a real estate asset that is now more expensive to own, theoretically, it is worth less. Think about it from a buyer's perspective. Think about the questions you asked when you were buying. What are the HOA fees? What is the rental revenue? As those things change and get worse for an owner, there's pressure on values to come down. Something is going to have to be different from a buyer. A buyer's sentiment, how they feel about things, is going to have to change before we get out of this. So scenario 1, I think, is that things still get worse before they get better. We could still see some more depreciation in the condo market, which was very important for anyone who's thinking about selling sooner rather than later. If it's, well, I'm just going to wait until the spring, I'll be very careful with that mindset, because if we're still drifting down, we could be worse in the spring still than we are today. I think we could still get worse, find a bottom, flatten out, and then probably get back to some good old-fashioned general real estate appreciation, and then maybe catch a hot market again somewhere in the future. If you think about what's happened recently, we were in a hot market in 2004 and 5. We slowed in 2008, 9 dramatically. And then it took a number of years with some very unexciting appreciation before we hit another hot market in 2020. Very possible we're looking at something like that again. And so if you're worried about cashing out of an asset, or you just don't use it as much anymore, or what have you, think about getting ahead of any more depreciation if you're trying to get out sooner. Otherwise, just recalibrate and be patient and watch the market, understanding that it could be a number of years if you're trying to attain the pricing that we are today. It could take some time to get back to that. So if you're using it, if you still live there, if you're renting it, make the adjustments you need to make the cash flow as good as you can for yourself, if it's something that you're cash flowing, to get you through if you're trying to sell at some point, maybe in the midterm. I think there are a lot of exciting things coming to Panama City Beach still. The Top Golf's being developed right now near Pier Park East, in Pier Park East. The Dolly Parton thing will be open next year. 87-acre hospital a few years from now is a big deal. More national home buyers coming to the market, or national home builders coming to the market. A lot of things going in the right direction for Panama City Beach locally. It's going to take some time. But in the condo market, remember, the fundamentals of the condo market are still, there's still challenges there for buyers, so there's still maybe more depreciation. Sorry, that's the long version. Scenario number 2 is that we get some more relief in interest rates coming down. We get past the presidential election, and people start doing some business again and have been wanting to buy a condo and just been waiting for whatever reason. And maybe pricing only comes down a little more, not too much. And we sort of bounce around for a little while along the bottom. Probably not really intense appreciation, but we just sort of, unexciting real estate market for a while. I think that's a possibility. I think there's very real risk more to the downside still before we get better, but that's my 2 cents. So if you really want the accurate way to keep up with it, shoot me a text and I'll sign you up for that e-alert system. Again, 850-290-0417. Just write Hidden Dunes or anything. If you're trying to keep up with anything else, let me know that too. I can set you up any way you can think of creating a real estate search. We can do that. You could just look at 1-bedrooms across the beach. You could look at a certain neighborhood. You could work at certain price points. Happy to do it. And please share this idea with anybody else you think might be helpful. So in the meantime, thanks for watching. I'll be back with a Q4 update at the beginning of 2025. I've been saying this all morning. I can't believe I'm saying 2025 again already. Have a good rest of the year. I hope you find these updates helpful. Thanks for watching.